Good morning. We have a request this morning from Flaming Flamingo. Flaming Flamingo. Flaming Flamingo. Flaming Flamingo. Let's see what's going on here. I see that you have somebody who is, and I'm not trying to creep you out. I see that you have somebody that's watching you. But I don't show that they're like watching you to tell somebody else. I think they're watching you to understand you better, to know like what it is that I don't show that they like you or dislike you. They're trying to understand your decision-making skills for something. Or they're trying to see like why you do the... I mean, I'm putting this in layman terms, really. Because what they're looking at is way more in depth than this. But why you do the things you do kind of thing. I don't show that they mean any harm. But it's almost for them watching you that they need to see, put some type of label on it. I don't know. To me, that's when I draw the line. But for them, it has to be like in a bucket this way. And there has to be a reason for why you do the things you do. I'm not really sure what's going on there, Flaming Flamingo. But if I were you, I'd just have a talk with that person. And get all that out of the way so they don't have to continue to try and figure out who you are. You could just tell them. And then they can go about their business. ABC your way out of it kind of thing. They don't mean you any harm, by the way. They're just very inquisitive about why you do what you do. And what it is you do. Like they don't understand what you do. You know, a lot of people's careers have evolved during COVID to not a single thing. Prior, someone would be, you know, oh, you're a cashier, or oh, you're a mechanic, or oh, you're whatever. And a lot of us, our lifestyles have had to juggle. We've had to juggle multiple jobs that aren't really careers anymore, right? And our actual career is something else entirely. But we do something else. You know, when they came down to deciding who was, who was essential and who wasn't essential, it really did change a lot of people's perspective on what jobs were reliable and which jobs were not. And a lot of it became a job at that point. And your career kind of went online, right? So something that you would make money out of. The energy that's coming towards you, Flaming Flamingo, is playfulness, joy, playfulness, and freedom. I'm showing here, Flaming Flamingo, that you really haven't had a lot of time for this type of energy. And maybe that's what you are lacking, or why you feel like are having... I feel like you have to second guess yourself. And because this person is over there watching you, I think you either know it or you're going to figure it out soon, or it's going to be, they're watching you that you're going to, like, why do you make the decisions that you make, kind of thing. I don't really show that you're irritated by that. I just think that it's, you don't understand why that person is doing that type of analysis. Man, this Queen of Cups is really going strong this week. The King of Cups is now sitting with her. The Emperor. The Ace of Cups. So much water. Flaming Flamingo. Temperance. Patience. More Cups and Ace of Swords. So you've really been toiling over something. I feel like Flaming Flamingo, you have another person like involved in your life and they have a really shallow life path. And you don't understand them at all. And you're like an extreme avoidance. And I feel like it's this Emperor energy here. You're extreme avoidance of this person. And they think a lot of themselves. I feel like they're sitting in this Emperor energy. But be it that the case, I feel like they're sitting in this energy alone. So please do not feel like this person has any power over you. They do not. I don't even think they have power over their own surroundings at this point because they've become so shallow. And when you become too shallow in life, you miss a lot of things that are coming your way. Yeah, this person is alone in their Emperor power. It's like... And it's like really strange too. It's like they have their own chair and they sit there alone in this Emperor power and they command this magical, like, imaginary kingdom kind of thing. Hold on. In their head. And they think they're winning all the time and they're not. And someone just gives them these like boons of like mental either forgiveness or like, oh yes, honey, oh yeah, all the time. But they're really not. They're really just sitting in this Emperor power without any, it has no meaning whatsoever. Okay. So, I don't worry too much about this Emperor. It's almost like a name only kind of thing. They have this power. They know it. They wield it within themselves in their own throne. It's very strange. Reminds me of that guy from The Office with the red stapler. I don't know if any of you remember that, but he was like all powerful of the basement. But like the basement, I'm not saying this person is meaningless. I'm saying that the basement does not run the entire corp. Okay, here we go. Flaming Flamingo. You're starting off with star energy. And I'm sorry we got off on that tangent, but for some reason I needed to explain that to you before we got to the Emperor card. We have somebody ushering in a new way of doing things. You're really tired of the way and the processes that have been taking place. You are so ready for a new way to handle something. This Queen of Cups is ushering in some new energy, some new way of doing things. maybe even some new resources into your life that have been available to you and you didn't even know it. King of Cups. This Emperor, like I said, is almost like a dead, like a lame duck Emperor, is what I'm seeing here. I showed that these two energies are counteracting that. Pardon me. Don't. Quit. Stop. All right, pardon me for that. Okay. This Queen of Cups and King of Cups, if they're not a married couple, they are very close. Siblings, brother, sister, mother, father, daughter, father. They're coming in. This person right here, it's very strange. I mean, I just got this image of like this. You know, like those plastic sets that we have when we're kids. Like that kind of an emperor seat. But in this person's head, they rule like this huge, you know, the feeling I get is like a conglomerate, but they're not. It's not even there. It's very strange. It's almost like it's a fake company that they run. And they don't even run it. It's very strange. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, here we go. And then we have Ace of Cups. This is the type of energy that the Queen and King of Cups are going to be ushering in. And this Emperor, it's almost like this Emperor energy is just going to just wash away. And then they're going to bring in some more balance into your life. If you can see that the water flowing between the two cups, they're going to bring in some life balance for you that you haven't had in a while, Flaming Flamingo. And you're going to be able to get back to doing what it is you do best. It's also, I feel like the income is going to change. And that's going to bring about a little bit more freedom. Maybe even it's a remote position. It's going to bring about some freedom for you. And playfulness into your life, because it's going to free up some time for you that you've really been focusing on something else that that was doing you no good. And it has something to do with this Emperor. If ever there was like a fake Emperor energy, I'm feeling it from that person. But there is that other person that's watching you. I keep being reminded of it. But if you can see this here, this person is not doing it they're trying to understand why you make the decisions you make. Yeah. Be self-aware is all I have to say. And not in a negative, scary way. I don't feel like that person in any way, shape, or form. I have a balanced relationship with time. I use time well. Work-life balance, I feel, is coming into your life. Flaming Flamingo, guidance. You're going to be getting guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest learning. So you're really going to be, when these two people usher this new, whatever it is, job, skill line, whatever they bring into your life that's going to transform your life into have a totally different energy. Your gears are going to shift. And when that happens for you, And I don't show that it's like really that far down the line either. Like with the next week or two, the number 13 and then number 15. I mean, it just comes flying in. Do you see the Falcon, and then you see the Pegasus taking off? I mean, it's almost just like, whew, I mean, right in. Air energy too. Wonderful flaming flamingo. I wish you well in this new endeavor. I hope you have the most peaceful transition. You're not for everyone. Yeah, this is very eccentric role that you're looking into. The season Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing consciousness to light. Yes. Whatever this is, other people don't see the potential in it. And you are just like, oh, I got this. I'm 100%. This is 100% what I need to be doing next. And that's what they mean by you are not for everyone. Because other people have been offered this position and they've kind of been like sloughing it off. But you are just like, oh, gung-ho, let's get this done. And this remote role is going to bring you freedom, playfulness, abundance. And I feel like the abundance may be money, but I don't show it's going to be a tremendous amount more than you already make. But it will open up time for you that you didn't have before, because you were spending your extra time making money. And this one is going to be a remote position where you can literally do it from your home or your car. It doesn't have to be, you don't even have to drive home to do this one. Very interesting. So I do show part of it is a job. I show that the job itself brings an opportunity for you. And it also changes your thinking. Yeah, you're going to first have to go through some type of understanding and clear your mind. Come out of your hermit and move into air energy. So your fire energy will definitely be stoked by this opportunity, Flaming Flamingo. And once again, thank you for joining. If you have any questions, please email me. As always, I will respond. Please don't be paranoid about this individual, but please know that they are there. And if you find out who this is, have that conversation with them so they're gone, because they're not in this for any type of negative reasons of watching you. They may even be paid to watch you. Very interesting. Okay. Bye, Flaming Flamingo. Bye.